Hello, this is Ravi with the leader inside you. If you're like me, probably you're a very hardworking person and top performer, giving best value to your company. We do that because we have that ethics. We are modest people, and we are believe in something that if I work hard, people will notice, and I will get promotion, and my natural progress in the career growth will happen. And what happens is with that goodness, with that thought process, we tend not to miss out on focusing on our career growth. That's what happened to me, and that happens to many, many talented professionals. And it was not my fault, or it was not their fault either, because that's what we have been taught, right? Do your work, and the rewards will come. But that doesn't happen. And we have to focus on your career growth by ourselves. If we don't do it, who will do it? Because everybody in this world, you might have seen that everybody is focused on their own company, their own revenues, and their own money that they can make, and the quarterly results. Everybody's focused on their own growth, and that is normal. That is normal. There is no And that's why this capitalism, that's how the capitalism work, that's how the companies are growing, and that's how the world is moving along. The problem is we cannot miss that thing. We cannot miss this fact that every human being is driven by this one simple fact: what's in it for me? So if you don't focus on your own career growth, and that's also natural, because as if you're a good hardworking person, you don't have time to even think about it, right? Your day starts, and you might have family obligations, your kids, and they have to drop them to schools and go to office, and then there's a big pile of work, painting, and new comes up. You have two projects, another project comes to you, and this work keeps growing and growing and growing, and the deadline becomes shorter and shorter and shorter. So you absolutely don't have time to even think about it. Where is my career? Where am I? And where I'm heading towards? What are the skill I need to gain? And your bosses and those people are also busy. So nobody to guide, nobody to give you suggestions about what to do. And that's what causes the problem. The life just happens, like year after year after year after things go by, and many times we end up in a situation asking ourselves, where am I? Especially people who are, if you're an ambitious person, if you're the topper in the school and colleges, and you started your career with a strong notion of, I'm going to do something big in my life, I'm going to put a dent in this world. That's what one of the clients said. And then you start feeling, where did that Ravi go? In all this midst of family and giving security and keeping making security for myself, which is a good thing, that has to happen. But in that midst of it, where did that ambitious Ravi go? You will and that keep costing in many, many ways. So let's talk about those costs. First, obvious big cost is the number of years. The number of years that get lost because of this repetitive experience that we end up getting. You might have like 15 years experience, 20 years experience, but are you getting feeling that, I'm just getting last 5 7 years, it's just the same experience getting repeated, not going anywhere. So one cause big is the number of time, number of years. People get lost, people lose in this whole thing. And that is the biggest problem, because you can get back anything. No, you can get back money, you can do everything, but time that you have lost never comes back, right? Nobody can get it back. So that is the biggest cost, the number of years lost. And second is, of course, the monetary loss. There's a huge financial impact if you are not where you want to be. If you lost 5 years of career growth, there is a huge financial impact. Just think about it. Where are you? What is your income level at this moment? And what is your potential? What is your expectation from yourself? How much you should be making money at this moment in this year? You have certain expectation, right? Many of my clients come to me, oh, I had this expectation by age of 40, I'll be making X amount of money. I will be at least a director by today, where I am. And I'm doing everything right, but I'm not there where I want to be. There's a huge gap between where I should be and where I am. And that is big problem for people. So two costs, right? One is number of year loss, number of the money they're losing every single year, and over the last 5 years they are lost a lot more money. So time and money, both are lost. But the bigger problem is the emotional impact of all those things. And it doesn't happen to everybody, okay? People are happy with where they are. That's fine. But if you're like me, who are restless and who feel that I'm born to do something big in life, there is some, I always had that notion, I want to achieve something, I want to make a difference in this world, I want to impact so many people's lives. And that's why I started this business, right? I always had that thing in me that I want to create impact, I want to do something big. So if you are that person, then there is a big emotional impact of that, because you see that, oh my god, I can do so many more things, I can bring so much money, and I'm not making that much money, and I have to sacrifice those things, I have to say no to my family, to vacations, or whatever they're asking for, just because I'm not getting paid what I should be getting paid. And bigger pain of that ambitious mind is, am I losing that best part of me? When you're doing repetitive work, it's normal that, when you go to office, wake up in the morning, you're gonna feel that what's the point of all this thing. You get into that mundane things, you get into those thought process that, it's same old, and you start losing that energy, you start losing that motivation, and you start feeling that, huh, where did that passionate, inspired go-getter, where is that person gone? And you start feeling that I'm losing that best part of me. And then start getting feeling that, huh, what if this continues another 5 years? What regrets you will have? And that's what happened to me too, right? At certain point, you start getting all those thoughts. Then it creates a frustration, and the creates a frustration because knowing that you are so much capable of doing so many good things. If you're like other people who are slackers and don't have big ambitions, and people who kind of easygoing, they don't get troubled by this thing. But the ambitious mind get trouble big time because of this. There comes frustration, there comes resentment, and then there comes irritation, and that impacts personal life also. That's what I've seen. And that's that we are human, right? We are human. If we are not happy at our career where we are, it's impact your personal life too, and we feel guilty later after about that. So if that is happening to you, rejoice for one thing, that you have something inside you, that leader inside you. See, all this negative feeling, the frustration and all those things are given by God, of course, right? If you believe in God or divine power or whatever you believe in, that divine power is not stupid to create this thing. It's not purposeless. It is a gift from the God, that if you are feeling that frustration, so rejoice and use that frustration for, ask that frustration or ask that anger or upset, what are you telling me? So that anger or frustration telling you, take action, do something about it. And it has been telling you for a long time. And today is a good news for you. Just thinking is not enough, you have to take some action. So here is the action I'll tell you. I have very specific 5-step action plan that you can do for yourself, take for yourself, that will propel your career to way higher career level. It just happened to so many of my clients, that happened to me, and I created a formula out of it. So many people have used that formula. I explained in that my webinar, 5 steps to high position. It's simple. The leaderinsideyou.com/free training. You can see the ticker going on here. So you can just type that and watch that webinar. And at the end of the webinar, you will get an opportunity to talk with me or one of my coach, and then we will see how you can bring back, reclaim that glory of that ambitious mind, and get rid of this high cost of not focusing on your career, and turn this whole situation around for you, and more than you, for your family, and for the people who are waiting for that big impact that you can create on the world. So I'll see you again in the um, next episode, and I'll see you. Until then, wishing you happiness and success.